Grand Theft Auto 6 fans are raving since we have received more and more information from them from the previous days. Okay, we finally got a confirmation release date that it's going to be this year in the wait. Oh, sorry. What release date is it again? Hello, what's up, and welcome everyone. My name is Miss Quinn, and this is Awkward. You see, as we all know, Rockstar has confirmed GTA 6 being in development since 2014, according to the Video Games Chronicle. Now, although in this article, which was published in 2022, GTA 6 was supposedly going to be released in 2 years' time. And I don't know about you guys, but it's been more than 2 years since July 27, 2022. Now, whatever other platforms also posted this, obviously got fans hyped for the release of this game, at least according to Rockstar themselves. I even think I got excited for this when I first saw the update. Like I said, it's been a long time. It's been more than 2 years. I don't remember exactly how I was feeling. I barely remember how I was feeling yesterday. Although, even though I did have, obvious enthusiasm about this game, you also have to keep in mind that, I don't really seem to get my hopes up on a lot of games anymore. I mean, I've been waiting for Silk Song, which turned out to be a great thing. And I've also been waiting for The Wolf Among Us 2, which I'm still waiting for that to be a great thing. But this is Grand Theft Auto 6. This is a whole different type of hype with a game like this, And with the games in the series still being such a great game, this is a must play. Which is why when Rockstar finally released a trailer, the first trailer, mind you, on December 4th, 2023, there was more of a reason for that hype. People in the comment section had their hope reignited, and it gave more of a meaning to us actually hoping for the game's launch. Content creators obviously added videos adding to the hype with their own videos breaking down the trailer and talking about theories that they had or questions on if they were going to stick to the GTA format, on how they switch from, the playable protagonist. The videos were getting the traction for GTA 6. I mean, I can obviously see it. It was great, right? Well, on May 2nd of this year, which was obviously days ago, literally days ago, they had posted on Twitter about the new release date. Hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26th of 2026. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding the new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope that you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Now, I have to admit, I like it simple. Like, hey, what's up? We're delaying the game. Sorry, but it's to make sure it's better. I mean, for all announcements are made, this is a pretty simple and straightforward one. Like, okay. The only thing I wonder is what state the game is, considering we are all going to wait another year for this game to come out. If you've been watching me a little bit, for a little time now, you know that I don't mind delays at all if it's to keep working on the game. I think the worst that you can do as a game developer is come out with a game that we cannot play. It's exactly what I said about Assassin's Creed Shadows when they announced their delay. The difference is that right after the delay, they did give an update to where they were at. And after Rockstar for over a year not receiving anything as fans, you think they would at least give us something, but no. Strauss Zelnick, which I am hoping to have pronounced that correctly, who is the Take-Two boss, said that we have to wait closer to the release date for another trailer. Well, keep that in mind that we won't even be receiving screenshots. At least that was, my thoughts going into it at the time. Well, if you ask a former employee of Rockstar, if it were up to him, there wouldn't be any more trailers. If it was my call, I wouldn't release any additional trailers. There is more than enough hype around 6, and the element of surprise is going to make the release only bigger as an event. He goes on to calling it a boss move, and I get it, but I'm not sure it'd be the type of boss move that you want. Someone else also saw that and replied to his tweet saying, "No wonder you don't work for Rockstar anymore." Now, here's the thing. While I do agree that Grand Theft Auto 6 already has a lot of hype surrounding it, I mean, like, seriously, it does. But the problem is that in a place where we now are constantly receiving unfinished games, the ones that always need 1 day patches, glitchy messes, those are such a common thing to now receive when it comes to games. We spend so much of our money for games that are not complete or don't really have a gameplay that we enjoy. That's why it's good, in my opinion, that we receive gameplay trailers so we can see the type of game and so we can see if that's the game we want to play. I'm not saying that GTA 6 will be awful by any means. Trust me, I am a fan of San Andreas. I have played 4, never finished 4 though. I have also played Vice City, if I remember correctly, from my little childhood. And I have also played Chinatown, and obviously I have also played 5. Those were great games. I'm not saying by any means that 6 will be any less. I'm just saying that I'm curious as to where the development stage that they're in, considering that we have heard little to nothing throughout the years. Many developers end up having to keep pushing back further and further their game when they're not satisfied with the state of the game that it's in. But can we all know more about it? I mean, it's fine that you're delaying your game. It's absolutely more than fine. But I will give Assassin's Creed Shadows that, to where when they delayed their game, they at least gave us more information about it later on. Now, I bet you're wondering what good news can come out of this. And if you're not, I hope I just implanted that thought inside of you. Well, many game developers that expected to publish this year have gotten their hopes answered. I mean, how amazing is it that you're over here stressing, oh my God, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be publishing this year. Like, what can I do? How can I compete against this big, huge dinosaur of a game that I'm not calling it dinosaur because it's awful or because it's old, but because it's so huge. And now you find out it has been delayed for another year. Obviously, excitement is going through the roof. And one person on Blue Sky was very vocal about this, saying, "I think the GTA delay is good for almost everybody making games. Folks act like money flowing into the industry affects others, but it doesn't. This delay only affects GTA fans who can wait, and Take-Two investors who I don't care about." It's so strange how people talk about GTA 6 is going to be a shot in the arm that the game industry needs. How does GTA 6 release benefit any game company other than Rockstar? Trickle-down theory doesn't work. I don't care if the industry makes $6 billion. I care about whether a wider variety of games sell. GTA 6 releasing does the opposite of helping the industry, in my view. It will become another forever game like Fortnite that draws eyes away from new releases. And it becomes one of the only games the general public plays, to the exclusion of all else. Delay it forever as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, I kind of agree with this. At least I see where he is coming from. Because, yeah, if you put it into perspective, us as consumers are going to be like, am I going to spend $80 on a game, $80 to $90 now, on a game that I know I'm going to enjoy, or $10 on a game that I'm probably going to feel like I'm wasting my time? I don't know. I feel like you can promote more and more games, but like, I don't know. I'm not seeing the benefits whenever it comes to these small indie titles. Because like he said, I think people would rather stick to these big hunk games that obviously do so well for their companies as opposed to other games that they don't know about. It is definitely important to explore new games, to explore, indie games, because you never know what type of wholesome treasure you're about to play. But it is hard for them to make that case, for them whenever they're competing against such huge franchises like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. You also have Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is now one of the huge, most anticipated games that is set to come out next year, which will make other games that are set to come out next year frantic on when they're going to release their games, because now they have to schedule their releases around GTA 6. But ever since this tweet, guess what actually dropped? Yes, Rockstar actually managed to release another trailer. However, they said it's a mix between actual gameplay footage and non-gameplay footage, which honestly, personally, I don't like that. Personally, I want a game trailer that's only gameplay footage. I don't want, oh, half of one thing and half the other. Yes, it's totally fine. The trailer is beautiful. It is phenomenal. It does get me hyped up to actually play the game next year. However, I just want a simple gameplay trailer. Let me see what you like, at least a small percentage of what you can do inside of the game up until now. Or are you doing that because obviously you don't want us to see everything, and that is fine, but at least give us something. Give us a trailer that is just solely focused on gameplay. I don't see why we expect this from other companies and from other games, but we're not expecting this from Rockstar and from GTA 6. And of course, I'm only speaking about like people expect this. I'm honestly talking about my friends who don't really care that we're receiving half and half. And I'm like, I kind of do. I do care because, like I said, at this state, we're receiving games that are too wonky to play at times. Like, unfortunately, Cyberpunk 77 will always be known as the game that dropped and had to be pulled from shelves because it was just a wonky, glitchy mess and basically unplayable half the time. So now, why can't we put companies and game developers to this certain, what's it called, expectation that, hey, yes, we want to receive a full gameplay trailer, not half of a gameplay trailer. No, like a full gameplay trailer. Doesn't matter if we're doing something as simple as going into the store and buying something, coming back out, and then going into a safe house. At least now we know we're going to be able to go inside of restaurants. We know that we're going to have, safe houses, whether it be multiple or just that one, doesn't really matter. Give me something of that nature. Anyway, guys, that is it for me today. So sorry I have not been uploading, but, I want to always wait as more information comes out so I can give it to you in one easily digestible video instead of pumping out multiple and multiple ones. I do want to say something before I leave. Make sure that you're not falling for any scams. And I'm only saying that because yesterday I was almost scammed from quote unquote Xfinity. But as soon as they told me, oh, we're running a promotion from Target, like for Target, and all you need to do is give us $1,140 in gift cards, I was just like, why in gift cards? It doesn't make sense. Like, oh, well, we already signed you up for this promotion and stuff like that. And you can't back out once we signed you up. And it's just like, well, you're not telling me how I'm going to pay for it. So, how I'm going to do this promotion thing. And why do I have to pay for a promotion when that's not usually how it works? And I guess he got offended. He got really offended. He started yelling at me, especially when I started calling him a thief. Because I'm like, can you see where you guys come off looking like a total scam and thieves when you're asking me to purchase gift cards? If I didn't know any better, how do you think I would look going into a store and say, yeah, I need to load up these 3 gift cards with money so I can then call this number for Xfinity and tell them, yeah, I'm purchasing this, when Xfinity doesn't do that. And to my point of view, has never done that. I don't know if maybe in the past that they have, but as to right now, they haven't. But anyway, guys, I say that as a form to please be cautious when receiving certain emails and certain texts. Double check that those are actual texts. Like I said, if you have Xfinity like I do, call Xfinity, call their customer service, make sure that this is a legit thing that is happening with your account, and don't make it feel like, that this is something that you have to do. If you do fall for it, I'm so sorry. Try to report that as easily and as fast as you can to your bank so they can, see that these purchases were made because you were scammed and not because, of any other reason. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys there. Please be careful. I know right now we're kind of like, nickeling and diming everything. And people scamming is not the best thing at all. Now, last year, in the future, does not matter when. I don't know why they do this, but just, throwing out a cautionary tale, guys. Please, if you think that you're being scammed, actually call a number that absolutely, goes along with that company before making any final decisions. And with that all being said, I will leave you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching and listening, and have a great, lovely Mother's Day. Bye-bye.